What if one of the greatest footballers in history woke up tomorrow with no fame, no fortune, and no career in football? Imagine Cristiano Ronaldo, the global superstar, suddenly stripped of everything that made him a legend. No stadium chants, no sponsorships, no goals in front of thousands of fans. Just back to square one. How would he survive? What would he do? And could he possibly climb back to the top? Cristiano Ronaldo's life is the ultimate rags to riches story. Born in Madeira, Portugal, in 1985, he grew up in a poor family. His father worked as a kit man for a local football club, and his mother was a cook. They lived in a small house, and Ronaldo shared a room with his siblings. At 12 years old, he left home to join Sporting Lisbon's academy, chasing a dream that seemed impossible. Fast forward to today, Ronaldo is worth over $500 million, has won 5 Ballon d'Or awards, scored over 890 career goals, and is considered one of the greatest athletes of all time. But let's imagine for a moment, the fame disappears, the bank account is empty, and his football career is gone. What would happen? First, Ronaldo's mindset would be his greatest asset. Even as a child, he showed relentless discipline. Former coaches recall how he was the first to arrive at training and the last to leave. He pushed himself harder than anyone else, often training with weights on his ankles to improve speed and stamina. That same work ethic could help him rebuild, even without football. Many experts believe his drive is so strong, he could excel in business, fitness, or any competitive field. Secondly, his global recognition wouldn't vanish instantly. Even if he left football, brands would still know the name Ronaldo. For years, Forbes has ranked him among the highest paid athletes, not just because of his salary, but due to endorsements. Nike, Herbalife, Clear Shampoo. These companies pay millions just to be associated with him. If his career ended today, he could still leverage his image for business ventures. For example, his CR7 brand already includes hotels, gyms, clothing, and fragrances. In a scenario where he's financially broke, he could double down on his entrepreneurial side and rebuild his empire. However, let's be more extreme. What if this hypothetical situation means losing all fame too? No one remembers Cristiano Ronaldo. He's just another man looking for work. Without recognition, his climb would be much tougher. But here's the twist. His football skill wouldn't just vanish. Even at 40, his fitness levels are higher than many professional athletes in their prime. In 2020, Juventus measured his sprint speed at 33.98 kilometers per hour, faster than most Serie A players in their 20s. That level of athleticism could earn him a spot in lower leagues, and from there, a path back to professional football isn't impossible. There's also Ronaldo's charisma and leadership. In football, he has led Portugal to win the 2016 Euro Cup and the 2019 Nations League. He motivates teammates, commands respect, and inspires fans. These traits translate into other industries too. He could become a motivational speaker, fitness coach, or even a sports club owner. Many retired players like David Beckham and Didier Drogba transitioned into business and philanthropy with great success. Still, the emotional impact of losing everything would be the hardest challenge. Ronaldo often talks about how much football means to him. In interviews, he said that without the game, he'd feel empty. This emotional drive is what pushed him from a skinny kid in Madeira to a global icon. So, if he ever faced rock bottom again, that same hunger might ignite a comeback story, even more incredible than the first one. But here's a fascinating fact. Ronaldo has prepared for life after football for years. He invests heavily in real estate, runs a chain of hotels called Pastana CR7, and owns gyms in partnership with Crunch Fitness. He's also active in charity work, donating millions to hospitals, disaster relief, and children's causes. These ventures could keep him afloat even in tough times, proving that his vision goes beyond the pitch. In the end, whether rich or poor, famous or unknown, Ronaldo's story shows that success is built on resilience, discipline, and adaptability. If he ever lost it all, chances are he'd find a way to rise again. Maybe not as the football superstar we know today, but as a new kind of legend. And maybe that's the real lesson here. Greatness isn't just about what you achieve, but how you fight when everything is taken away. Now imagine if tomorrow's headlines read, Cristiano Ronaldo starts over from zero. Would you bet against him? I wouldn't. Because some people don't just win once. They're built to win again and again. And Ronaldo, he's one of them.